Oh, you bet it would, listener. And I guess when I think about it, I didn't really give that listener the answer he wanted, right? Like he was saying, who do you think would win? And the answer is I don't have any idea, right? Like I mean, when styles like that come together, that's when we get the funnest fights, right? Like two strikers that aren't going to take it to the ground anyway, that are in MMA gloves, right? And I guess that's why ONE FC has kind of started Muay Thai over there and with MMA gloves on, and I get that. Like it's the most exciting way because damage is right around the corner, right? There's no gloves to protect anybody. I think Khalil versus Pereira was one of the greatest examples of that. You know, Khalil much more of a traditional Muay Thai guy. Pereira much more of a kickboxer on the world stage, and it just combined to make a lot of fun and a really, really good fight. And it's funny, you know, people say, well, no, Pereira's got to be the greatest kickboxer of all time, but they overdo it. Look, Khalil is a world class fighter physically and you know his strength and conditioning wise. And he's trained a lot of Muay Thai in Thailand, right? Like, and he's good enough to give Alex a run for his money because he's so absolutely physically gifted. I think the same is true for Connor and Topuria. One thing about Topuria is he's a much smaller guy than a lot of the defeats Connor's had. When Connor's gone up, he hasn't really been successful. You know, Nate Diaz at 170, right? Like guys at 170 give Connor trouble. It's the fact that Connor's suddenly no longer able to bully them or KO them with straight power. Now against guys that are smaller, like when Dustin Poirier was a featherweight, you know, Connor took him out very quickly, right? When Max Holloway was a featherweight, right? I think he beat Max as well, right? But you know, the same Dustin Poirier at lightweight, that was a whole different fight, right? And Conor lost that fight. So when you're talking about Ilia Topuria versus Conor McGregor, in their primes, which I guess would have been at lightweight for sure, then you're talking about a real barn burner. You know, you're talking about a featherweight coming up, which is exactly what Conor was too. And I think the styles would have mixed in a really fun way. You know, I think Conor's kickboxing for MMA, and we call it kickboxing because it's both, but it's really his boxing, his kickboxing, and his karate for MMA makes for really exciting stuff. I think Topuria's straight boxing makes for some stuff. But at the same time, Topuria's boxing, he's got the defense for the rest of it, but he moves his head and he moves his hands and he boxes, and that's the way he fights. And sometimes you can do that in MMA and sometimes you can't. It really depends who you're fighting. And stylistically, we always deviate back to what our base is. Some of those jiu-jitsu guys, it's not so fun to watch. Some guys deviate back to their base, like Alex Pereira in the style he fights. And yeah, I think Ilya versus Conor would have been one great fight, man. There it is. Like and follow for more on the fight.